why do people seek cosmetic enhancement?
The most common reason I hear is may ipon ako sa bank. Kaya pag mamatay ako, might as well mamatay ako.
Maganda.
Ay, totoo to ha. Totoo to ha. May ipon kami. Umamatay lang din ako, might as well. Maganda ako, di ba? Second reason, nung pandemic din, lahat nag-move to, ano tawag doon? Work from home. Puro Zoom meetings yan. Napansin nila, dahil lagi nila nakikita yung mukha nila doon sa camera, sa laptop. Diba naka-flash yung face mo doon? Nakikita nila ngayon yung mga parang pagkukulang nila doon sa face nila. So, they want it enhanced also.
Hindi kasi natin maiiwasan. Maraming insecurities sa mga tao.
Yes.
And
right.
one of the main insecurities ng karamihan is physical appearance.
Up to the reasons na ng babae na yung asawa nila. So, they feel they're ugly na. They're not sexy anymore. Tinatanong ko naman kasi, syempre, I would correct them. Kung babaero talaga, ano magagawa ko? Kahit pa sexihin kita ngayon, kung babaero talaga yan, wala akong magagawa. So if that's the end goal, you would come back to me, Doc, pangit gawa mo sa akin kasi na mababae pa rin asawa ko. So hindi yun yung end goal. So,
special expectation na hindi mo kayang...
Hindi ko kaya kontrolin yun. Ang ano naman dyan, they do it for themselves naman. So it's okay. They want to be happy again. They want to go out again na masaya sila.
Ultimately, it's their decision talaga to feel good. Feel good and look good.
Yes. Hindi to patangusan ng ilong eh. Pagandahan, papawian to.
Kung ano yung fit sa mukha mo.
Fit sa mukha mo dapat.
Ano ang mababahagi mo o mapapayo mo sa ating mga ka-whiskey at mga ka-low barkada?
Do what makes you happy. And fuck the rest.
Agree ako with him eh. Fuck everybody. Kung ano yung gusto mo, ano magpapasaya sa sarili mo, yun na sundin mo. Huwag mo intindihin sasabihin na iba.
Kasi marami kang maririnig talaga na mga opinions ng ibang tao eh. So they would really hold you back. They would hold your happiness back. And malulungkot ka lang. Yeah. You would live life miserably if you consider all other people's opinions eh.
Kung gusto talaga ng tao na yun papasaya sa kanya, why not give it to that person? Bakit mo pagkakait sa kanya?
Yeah. Pero Doc, ang lalaki ba hindi nagpapa-enlarge?
Pwede.
Totoo nga, may ganun ba? May sa Pilipinas natin, meron? Hindi ilo-offer niyo yun, Doc?
Yeah.
Oh, mga ka-whiskey, yung mga hindi pinagpala, alam niyo na, ha?
We have that.
Our topic for tonight is the psychology of beauty.
Podcast na naman with Gerald at Brian. Aral lang pulutan sa inuman at kwentuhan. Pinagsamang veterano, parehong talentado. Ihanda ang mic at baso sa lames at intablado. Gusto ko ganito, ang kwentuhan lang ay easy. Nagiging totoo lalo pag naka-whiskey. Pero hinay lang, para goods pa rin ang kidney. Pormahang mabait pero mga bara ay deadly. Hubat lang ang beat pero kumakalabit. Hip-hop kalakip sa struggles ko sa streets. Kung usapang patagisan, huwag magbaka sa kalibro. Utak namin hinulman ng kali at sa kalibro.
Tara pag-usapan natin dito, kwento mo sa buhay. Kasamang mga folks, ilabas lahat ng tunay. Mag-relax lang tayo, sober man o tipsy. Aral makukuha mo sa Life Over Whiskey.
Mula sa baba, ngayon tinitingala. Inakit ko ang bunga, hindi lang basta tumingala. Folks na ngayon ang bata na minsang pariwara. Wala ngang imposible at merong himala.
Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Life Over Whiskey podcast, where we share Bible life lessons and stories you can learn from over a glass of whiskey. My name is Brian.
And I'm Gerald.
Direk Je, magandang gabi sa'yo.
Magandang gabi, sir.
And we're here again, Direk, sa napakagandang studio ng Tritone Entertainment.
Napakaganda naman talaga.
Ano masasabi mo sa setup natin tonight?
Nakikita naman siguro ng ating mga ka-whiskey ang ating bagong setup,
Ibang
diba?
level of production.
Correct.
Would you agree?
I agree.
And
Direct J approved.
Direct J approved.
Yes.
And certified?
Pogs.
Alright. And Direct J, hindi natin makakalimutan ang favorite whiskey ng ating mga kalobarkada. None other than Charles & James. Maraming salamat for being a sponsor of this show. Ever since in the beginning. Direct J, for tonight, our episode, we have invited someone I would say never pa natin nagkaroon ng ganitong klaseng usapan in the podcast. if I may introduce our
Sige,
guest
game
for
na.
tonight.
Excited na ako.
Our guest for tonight, he is an aesthetics and cosmetic surgeon specializing in rhinoplasty and body makeovers.
Ba?
Known for his natural-looking results and his focus on facial harmony. Also dubbed as Dr. Hourglass because of the amazing results of his signature hourglass body contouring technique. Mga ka-whiskey, mga ka-lobarkada, let us all welcome Doc Light Momani. Doc Light, magandang gabi sa'yo.
Good evening mga ka-whiskey.
And thank you for being part of the show. It's a pleasure, it's an honor, Direk. Kasi again, like I mentioned kanina, wala pa tayong nag-guest na katulad ni Doc Light.
Ayun nga. Pero bago yan, mag-cheers muna tayo
Cheers
kasi
muna tayo.
mukhang controversial na naman ito pag-uusapan natin. Cheers muna.
Cheers.
And speaking of controversial, Direk, no? Our topic for tonight is the psychology of beauty. This is very appropriate given the line of work and business that Doc Light has. Pero, Direk, kilalanin muna natin si Doc Light.
Yan,
no?
sige.
Doc Light, can you share with us maybe a backstory of maybe how you grew up, your family history, and what led you to what you do today? Para may background din natin mga ka-whiskey.
Okay, so how I grew up. Very
Medyo matagal na ba yun? Daalala mo pa ba?
Very typical, medyo Pero yung the way I went to this path, okay, so medicine, doctor, okay? So it was actually pushed. Technically, it's pushed.
Pinush ka.
Pushed talaga siya. Pushed. Because my parents are frustrated doctors talaga. So gusto mag-doktor, but kinapos sa budget, nagtrabaho na maaga. Nag-business ng maaga. Okay, so the blessing and the curse fell sa akin. Okay.
So, tanongin, Doc, sorry, nakat kita agad ng maaga. If I may ask lang, what was initially bago ka na thrust towards this path? Naalala mo pa ba yung like when you were a kid, when you were a child, ito ba talagang gusto mong gawin? Or like, merong part of you, may ibang parang path na gustong tahakin?
Actually, I do not remember any path na pwede kong tahakin maliban sa medicine Because as a child growing up, I'm interested in science naman na talaga. Really interested in science. And syempre, yung parents ko nga, because bata pa lang ako, you will become a doctor. You will become a doctor.
Parang na no?
Wala na, yung...
ang tawag doon, parang... It's in family, 'di ba? Sa pamilya mo, naka-condition ka talaga based on how your parents want you to grow up. It's that environment
Yeah.
But I think, I mean, look at where you are right now, 'di ba, Direk?
And I'm sure, Doc, hindi ka naman nagsisi.
Hindi, wala.
I think yun yung importante.
No regrets. No regrets naman, Happy naman.
Pero Doc, I'm sure hindi ka pure Filipino.
Paano mo nalaman?
Para magkalahi tayo
Magkapatid.
Oo. Pero Doc, seriously, are you half Filipino or...
Yeah, I'm half Filipino, half Jordanian.
Jordanian.
Jordanian. So Middle Eastern.
Middle Eastern, okay. Pero Doc, if you don't mind, growing up ba, you're with your father and your mother, of course.
Yeah.
So dito kayo lahat pinalaki sa Pilipinas, tama? So ang kulturang dumadaan ba sa'yo is Filipino or may part pa rin ng pagka-Jordanian?
Jordanian actually halos parang wala na
Wala
talaga So Filipino culture talaga.
Pero
That's how you grew up in.
Yeah.
Ano ba kayo? Parang middle class or mayaman? How did you grow up? Or hindi kayo mayaman? Ano ba?
I think I would say middle class.
Middle class.
Getting by.
Getting by.
Medyo
okay.
comfortable lang konti. Something like that. Not mayaman na.
Pero Bray, usually pagka gantong katulad ni Doc, may itsura, tapos iba ang lahi. Usually, Doc, hindi ka ba nabully sa school nung bata? Curious lang ako.
Siyempre, there's a lot of bullying din. So, siyempre, dahil nga Middle Eastern, so ang mga kids naman dati sa panahon natin talaga, normal ang bullying dyan
Diba? Para kasi sabihin, iba itsura mo di ba?
So, common, Bombay, 5'6". Very common sa akin yun dati. So, I have a lot of that sa teasing part nung
bata. How did you handle it growing up?
Siyempre, gante.
Yan ang Middle Eastern.
Siyempre, you cannot fight them with kindness So, I have to fight. I have to fight. So, after that naman, tumigil din.
May certain like high school, okay ka na. Parang
High school, wala na.
Wala na.
Wala
no?
na. Ako na yung bully. Medyo.
Hindi, ganun daw yun eh. Pag binuli ka, ikaw na yung
Eventually, ilib lang yung binibilin.
Tumigil din naman siya. So at a certain point lang siya and then gradually nawala. Nawala naman din.
Pero curious lang ako, no? Di ba kasi cosmetic doctor?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm.
Meron bang kinalaman yung childhood mo na medyo nabully ka kaya parang nag-aim ka na to be a doctor? Yes, I know you were pressured ng magulang mo na, kailangan maging doktor ka kasi gusto namin maging doktor. Pero meron din bang part doon that you want to prove other people na kaya ko?
Yes, of course.
Meron.
Meron pa rin. Oo. Meron.
Bakit? Pwede mong i-share sa amin yung experience mo na yun?
Ano ba sabihin? So, syempre, nung high school and siguro, high school, technically it's high school, napabarkada eh. So, syempre, alam mo naman, inom, Counter-Strike.
Naabutan ko ba yun ha?
Ragnarok, huwag ka kaedad naman tayo. So, pare-parehas tayo ng pinagdaanan. So, ano siya, it's something na pinagdaanan ko na medyo na lihis ako sa schooling. Na lihis talaga ako doon. But I can say I was born gifted. Meron talaga tayong ganito. Na ano lang, na barkada lang talaga. Okay, so a lot of my friends, when I was saying na stop na ako dito, I would go back to school. Magpupursue na ako ng medicine talaga. I would be focused on studying. Maraming syempre siguro kahilahin din eh.
Wala kang pakisama.
Wala kang pakisama. Hindi mo kaya. Hindi ka tatagal. 1 month ka lang dyan. 1 month ka lang. Wala na yan. Ganon. So, I have a lot of that. So, syempre, it's a challenge. I want to prove them wrong.
Iba ako. Na kaya
yes.
ko. Kaya ko.
And syempre, at a major extent din, syempre, sa parents ko rin. Diba? So, it's the best gift that you can give naman eh. Yung dream nila,
ibigay mo.
Na-fulfill ko.
Pero buti hindi siya bumigay, no, Bri? Kasi di ba usually minsan parang pag papunta ka dun sa path na gusto mo, may breaking point pa rin yan eh. Pag hindi mo nalagpasan yon, hindi ka makakapunta dun. Pero sa case mo, I'm sure nalagpasan mo kasi
Yes.
successful ka na ngayon eh. Pero ang hirap nun ha. Wala bang mga temptation na huwag ka na magdoktor?
Madami rin.
Diba? Wala bang bubulong? Huwag ka na magdoktor. Mahirap yan.
Actually, madami akong ganyan. Hindi naman technically dahil mahirap yan. Di ba nung na-start na ako nung pre-med ko, iba na, syempre, medicine is a very, very long,
tedious
process. Tagal talaga. Di mo alam kung babagsak ka.
Terminology pa lang, sasabog na utak natin dyan.
Grabe yung aral talaga. So, syempre, coming from a family na nasa business and sales, so gusto mo rin habang nag-aaral ka, you would make a income din na sa'yo. So, habang nag-aaral, I was actually doing on the side din, networking. Punta rin ako sa mga ganyan. Well, networking naman, it taught me a lot of things naman.
Nice.
Especially with sales. Very positive ang mga networkers eh. So, I went with the positive side, nakuha ko lahat yun. And yun naman, kagandahan lang, yung mga kasama ko dun sa networking ko ng time na yun, they really pushed me na, etong part na to, yes, you're earning, but this is on the side. Yung goal mo talaga maging doktor, push mo yan. You can do this on the side. Push the medicine.
Pero Dok, paano mo napili yung aesthetics and cosmetic surgery? Bakit yun yung pinaka-specialization na napili mo? Kasi sabi mo, nag-pre-med ka and all. Like, why did you choose that?
Actually, yung part na yan, yung specialty na yan, it came to me by accident na lang din. I really want to be a surgeon. Surgeon talaga, surgery proper. But I would have to be on call
all the time.
So,
and you don't want that? Ganun ba?
Yeah. Yun talaga yung pinaka doon. You would be called 3 a.m., 4 a.m. You are in parties, you are in your daughter's birthday. Pag may tawag, of course, you have to rush to the ER, to the OR, di ba? So ito, while I was doing yung training, we were actually dating ni Doktora yan eh. So when we were dating, mag-set ako ng, kasi ako yung mas toxic na schedule eh. So I would set a date and approve lang siya. Okay, I will reschedule my schedule. I will reschedule my patients. I will put them on a different day. So syempre sa akin, it's parang, paano mo gagawin yun?
Wow, kaya mo yun.
Diba, paano mo gagawin yun? Reschedule ng pasyente mo, ganun lang. Hindi mo magagalit yan. And then they would understand. Ganun lang. Paano ako magkakaroon ng ganung practice? Ano yung meron sa medicine na almost same as dentistry? Diba? So ano yung ganun? So I research.
Flexibility, medyo time freedom.
Time freedom. Actually, yun yung pinaka-important.
Saka nagko-complement sila eh. Partner.
Pero bakit ngayon napili mo, Doc?
Ha?
Bakit yung pinaka-specialty na napili mo?
It's surgical. Okay, surgical. You have
So,
still the medical part. You do consults. Kasi masaya rin naman mag-consult eh. Nag-enjoy din ako to talk to my patients. Okay? But yung mga ayoko sa medicine, nawala rin. So, I get to talk to people na, syempre, starting pa lang, healthy na eh. Healthy. Hindi sila yung, alam mo na.
Consult na may
problem, may sakit. May sakit. So, in that aspect naman, medyo maawain tayo. So, ayoko nung gano'n na, feel bad din ako. So, instead of me going home masaya, medyo may bigat. May bigat. Yeah, that's the number one truth doon.
So, may element na at least with this, you're able to make people feel good about themselves. And in turn, you also feel good.
Yes. Yan talaga siya.
Kumbaga, ang ginagawa ni Doc, ginagawa kanyang 2.0.
Yes. Actually, that's the version 2.0. Yes.
Diba? Galing.
Nakakatuwa, no? Dr. Hourglass. People just really appreciate what you do to the point na tinawag ka na lang Dr. Hourglass.
Just so happened na lang yung mga patients, yun na yung sinatawag sa akin. Kay Dr. Hourglass, kay Dr. Hourglass ka, kay Dr. Hourglass. What I do in my practice na kasi is, I'm pretty sure you've heard of liposuction.
Of course,
Familiar kayo doon. So what I do now in my clinic is not actually liposuction na. Liposuction, papayat lang eh. So what I do is body contouring. So I sculpt the body na. And syempre sa babae, just so happened na yung gusto kong art for the female body, yun din yung gusto ng mga nagiging patients ko. Yun hinahabol nila. So not everyone kasi has the eye for that eh. Not everyone has the skill for that also. So blessing lang. Nagkataon lang na
eventually you arrived into that na parang kumbaga may truck ka dun sa ginagawa specialty na specialty mo.
Yes, oo.
Diba?
Pero Bray,
ano?
I think it's about time na pag-usapan na natin ang topic natin.
Ito nga, di ba?
Para
beauty, like, endo ka na. So, you're in the business of making people their better versions or better versions of themselves. Version 2.0. So, let's talk about the psychology that goes into, why do people opt to do that? No? Why do people seek cosmetic enhancements? How about you, Direk? Ano bang take mo dito so far?
Well, kasi siguro it's because of social media rin eh. Malaking bagay. I mean, kahit naman nung araw pa eh, minsan si tita, makita ko si tita, uy, si tita, bagong banat ang muka. Uy, si tita, parang si tita, bagong lipo, ganyan, di ba? But noon, I mean, siguro noon, hindi pa siya ganun ka, I would say, popularized, at saka kailangan nun, pag mayaman ka lang, at saka ka mo lang magagawa. Ngayon kasi, mas accessible na siya sa tao eh.
Yes.
No? Sa tingin ko dahil sa social media yan, number 1. Number 2, anything naman na nagpro-progress ang isang tao, you get addicted to that feeling eh. So can you imagine sa sports, pag na-reach mo yung next level mo, so kunyari dati interbarangay ka lang, tapos naging PBL ka na, and then PBA, di ba parang meron kang certain, meron kang certain level of addiction doon sa nangyayari sa'yo eh. What more pa kung physical looks mo? Yun yung take ko doon.
Actually, I remember, kahit sa travel eh, pag nakapunta ka ibang bansa, na parang hanap-hanapin mo yung feeling, diba, na parang nakapunta ka doon, and it's a different environment.
Correct.
Diba? It's, I would agree. Addicting talaga
siya. Addicting siya eh, diba?
I think if I were to add doon
ikaw nga. Ano ba take mo?
I think people seek cosmetic enhancements to, not just to think that they have progressed in life, but simple terms is just being able to feel more confident about themselves and for them to carry themselves a lot better.
Yeah.
Hindi kasi natin maiiwasan, maraming insecurity sa mga tao.
Yes.
And one of the main insecurities ng karamihan is physical appearance. Diba?
Pero ako take ko naman dyan, Bray. Kasi, Doc, tatanungin ka rin namin dyan kasi usually ang mga tao, retokada yan. Nagpaganyan lang yan, kaya gumanda yan. Kaya pumogi yan, nagpaganyan lang. That's what I really don't understand. Because ang sinasabi nila, pag binigay sa'yo ng Diyos, wag mo nang i-enhance yan. Ginawa kang original na ganyan, di ba? Which is for me, it's totally wrong. Kasi for me, kung i-enhance mo yung something na maganda na, then, di ba mas matutuwa yung creator mo? Ako, that's my take. Kaya,
like real talk, I used to think na parang, same na ganyan, bakit mo papabaguhin? Maganda na yan eh. Pero na-realize ko na it's my own view of that person. It doesn't really matter. It's the view of the person to himself or herself.
Yeah.
Doon ko na-realize parang, shit, medyo mali pala yung pananaw ko na yun. Diba? Like, even if I would say na, oh my God, ang ganda mo na eh. Diba? Bakit may binago ka pa sa ilong? Diba? Sa katawan mo? Parang I stop myself. I stop myself now. Kasi parang, it might seem, pero it's not relevant. My opinion is not irrelevant. Kasi kung ano yung tingin mo, ano yung pakiramdam mo, na mas naging confident ka or para sa'yo talaga yan, then so be it. I mean, it's your life, it's your choice.
Di, tsaka pag you feel good, feeling ko sometimes mas mas marami ka rin matutulungan na tao. Pero tanungin na natin expert.
Expert.
Bakit ba? Ano bang ng mga cases?
May mga nagsabi, ano ba yung reasoning nila? Why do they
do it?
seek?
Okay. Actually, there are a lot of reasons coming from patients. Iba-iba talaga. Pero the basic gist here naman talaga is look good, feel good. Actually, that's it. Yun yung pinaka-basic gist niya. So, I have a lot of reasons coming from patients. Iba-iba. Iba-iba talaga. So, I had reasons na yung pandemic. Sobrang dami ng pandemic. For some reason, ang dami nagpapagawa ng pandemic. The most common reason I hear is may ipon ako sa bank. Pag mamatay ako, might as well mamatay ako.
Maganda.
Totoo to, ha? Totoo to, ha? This is true. Totoo to. Hindi ako nagsisinungaling, ha? Halos lahat nung tatanungin bakit? Kasi pandemic eh. I mean, there's COVID.
Hindi mo mabibilit yung pera mo.
You never really know eh.
So may ipon kami. Umamatay lang din ako, might as well. Maganda ako, di ba? Second reason, nung pandemic din, lahat nag-move to, ano tawag doon? Work from home, mga ganyan. Puro Zoom meetings yan. Napansin nila, dahil lagi nila nakikita yung mukha nila doon sa camera, sa laptop. Di ba naka-flash yung face mo doon? Nakikita nila ngayon yung mga parang pagkukulang nila doon sa face nila. So, they want it enhanced also. You know? So, from those reasons up to the reasons na I've heard ng babae na yung asawa nila. So they feel they're ugly na, they're not sexy anymore. So they want to improve themselves. Actually, for their husband actually.
To be attracted. Attractive ulit sila.
Not necessarily for their husband. Pag tinatanong ko naman kasi, syempre I would correct them. I cannot cure or treat or improve yung ginagawa or cancel out yung ginagawa ng husband mo. That's not the end goal of this. So, kung yun yung end goal kasi, magfe-fail na ako from the beginning. Kung babaero talaga, ano magagawa ko? Kahit pa sexihin kita ngayon, kung babaero talaga yan, wala akong magagawa. So, if that's the end goal, you would come back to me, Doc, pangit gawa mo sa akin kasi na mababae pa rin asawa ko. So, hindi yun yung end goal. So,
there's an expectation na hindi mo kayang...
Hindi ko kaya kontrolin yun. So, dapat yung goal kasi very clear eh. So, ang ano naman dyan, they do it for themselves naman. So, dahil sila, nafe-feel bad sila, they feel bad na nagawa na to nung asawa nila or nung partner nila, they want to do it for themselves. They want to improve. Kasi nawalan silang confidence eh. Ba't ganun, ba't ganyan, ba't ganito? So, they're doing it for themselves naman. So, it's okay. They want to improve. Nawalan silang confidence eh. They want to improve their confidence. They want to be happy again. They want to go out again na masaya sila. Ganon.
Ultimately, it's their decision talaga to feel good. Feel good and look good, so to speak.
Pero Doc, question ko sa'yo. First question is that, bakit yung iba, sabi nila, nagpapare-pareho na ng itsura? Yung iba parang yung iba parang nagmumukha na silang jigsaw. Yung parang sobrang ng kapal ng lips, yung face. Ang tanong ko sa'yo, is it because na-addict na yung tao sa cosmetic? That's one. Or is it because meron silang certain look na ginagaya na hindi naman bagay sa itsura nila? Can you please educate our mga ka-whiskey?
Okay, mga ka-whiskey. Okay, actually yung points na sinabi mo is both true. Pero hindi yun dun sa number 1. Hindi siya about sa na-addict. It's because of the number 2. Number 2 na sinabi mo. Kasi they are trying to idolize someone. For example, can I name drop? Artista naman.
Let's say Angelina Jolie.
Angelina Jolie or Kim Kardashian.
Okay,
ganyan. So, if they put out a trend na, for example, the lips, naging trend to before, they have very pouty lips. So, everyone wants the Kardashian look. Everyone wants that look. So, ngayon ako gagawin ko siya. I have the lips. Maganda yung lips ko, Kardashian lips. Pero yung face ko, hindi naman bagay doon. So, they look weird. So, yung sinasabi mo kanina na they look the same. Okay? It can be true because they're chasing one look eh. So because their lips are the same, their nose is the same. Actually, nagkaroon pa ng uso before, the brat nose.
Ano yun?
Ay, di ko rin alam. Pupunta saan? Brat nose daw. Di ko alam. Hindi ko gumagawa nun. Iba kayo pumunta. Di ko alam yun. Brat nose. Pero there was a time, siguro 3 years ago, they have really small noses. Ganun, parang parrot. So, I think that's the brat nose.
Pero Doc, masakit ba yun yung mga surgery na yan? Ikaw ba, Bri? Would you...
Sample sa ilong.
Okay. So, that's the misconception. So, because it's a surgery, may hiwa, may blood. You would think it's painful. So, most of the surgeries right now, they are done under sedation. So, tulog na yung pasyente. So, it's pain-free during the procedure. When you wake up, syempre, yung anesthesiologist naman, they give meds, pain meds, prior to you waking up. So, it's actually, wala ring pain. Or if meron, very tolerable. When you go home, recovery phase, painless. As in painless.
Talaga?
Painless. Wala pa akong patient na nag-complain na masakit yung ilong. Mas meron pa nga masakit yung ear eh. Pero nose as in wala.
How long yung recovery period and gano'ng katagal bago makita yung final look? Kasi siyempre, mag-aapa yan eh.
Yes.
Diba?
So for the recovery period, actually yung 1 week niyan, 1 to 2 weeks niyan, to yung pinaka-bruising talaga, yung swelling, maximal swelling stage to.
Let's say for nose.
For nose na lang tayo para kasi the healing phase naman ng body natin, the recovery is almost the same eh. Nagkataon lang kasi si nose nasa center ng face. So parang siya yung kitang-kita na parang may downtime. Ay mo lumabas na may magaka sa ilong. But for the breast, for the liposuction, they're the same. It has bruising, it has swelling, pero nakatago.
Nakatago kayo.
So you can go to the mall 3-4 days after the surgery. Walang problema. Pero nose hindi eh. Meron ka ditong plaster. Unless okay lang sa'yo na parang badge of honor mo na nagpa-rhinoplasty ka. Okay. Ganun.
Pero Brian, yung sinasabi mo recovery na yan, alam mo, Doc, meron ako napanood. I think that was an interview of Tony Gonzaga kay Tony Fowler. Talaga bang nangyayari yan? Kasi yung kasi syempre sa cosmetics surgery or mga surgeon, nagkakaroon ng bad connotation because of dun sa nangyari sa kanya. Like for example, narinig ko, nung time daw na nagsistart pa lang siya sa show business, wala pa siyang money, na-injikan ata siya ng motor oil ata for, I'm not sure if it's sa thigh or sa butt. Hindi ako sure. Don't quote me on that. Pero parang in short, may procedure gone wrong.
Yeah.
So, I mean, ano ba yung, bakit nangyayari yan minsan, Doc?
Okay. Parang more on sa pangpopulis ng proper departments ng either DOH or PMA.
May malpractice.
Kasi this one, the one you're saying, the motor oil, actually it's industrial grade silicone oil. Silicone oil, ang pinaka-common siyang kilala is the tire black. Tire black sa kotse.
Yes.
It's silicone oil. So there are illegal medical practitioners. It's not a doctor. It's not a doctor. Kasi up to now, uso siya na refer lang. Uy, nagpa-inject ako ng balakang. Balakang yung term yan eh. Kaya yung balakang, pa-inject ako ng boobs. Gantong presyo lang, mura, walang downtime, permanent. Mura. Very enticing.
Yeah.
Safe dun sa nag-recruit. Very safe sa kanya. And they have commission basis eh. Parang sales eh.
Yeah.
So they really attract a lot of clients.
And patients.
So, Yung mga clients, because they're after the results, hindi na natin, parang ignorance is bliss.
Yeah.
They're not after
Magaling to,
looking.
malinis ba to? Hindi mo naisip kasi muri.
Mura.
Yeah.
Mura. And gumana sa friend ko. Pinilit ako ng friend ko. Parang ganun eh.
Nandamay ka pa, friend.
Ganun nga eh. So,
Friend.
ganun siya. So, I cannot say na purely kasalanan nung patient yun, ng client. So, more on the...
There's a lot of factors involved.
A lot of factors.
Kaya dapat very, you scrutinize very
Yes,
well
that's
talaga.
talaga. You really look for the PRC. Don't be shy. Look for the PRC. Look for the credentials ng doctor.
Pero hindi ba offensive yun, Doc?
Hindi.
Hindi naman, ano?
Pag na-offend yun,
Iba yun.
red flag na yun.
Hindi yun. Kasi actually it's very easy. Go to the PRC website lang. Type in the PRC
The name,
number.
PRC
Nandun na kami, lalabas na kami doon.
Okay.
So the credentials is very easy also.
Yeah. Pero ito, meron akong tanong sa'yo, Doc, no? Na naisip ko lang, sabi mo kanina, dati liposuction. Ngayon, medyo body contouring ka na. So, non-invasive.
It's still invasive.
Invasive. Pero not as invasive before? Or like, what's the difference?
Well, technically it's the same. When you say liposuction kasi, we just poke small stab wounds. So maliit lang siya, less
Yes.
than 1 centimeter for the cannula to enter. So technically, it's minimally invasive. Kasi maliit lang yung sugat mo eh.
What's the difference sa body contouring?
Body contouring is the technique. It's the end result.
Okay.
So when you say liposuction, papayat ka lang. Let's suction out the fats, lessen your weight. Walang contour. Pwede naman yan, pumayat ka, pero wala kang shape.
Paano yung mga walang abs? Gusto magka-abs? Kaya yun, Doc?
It's still possible.
Para sa mga walang abs,
Yes,
possible
it's still
daw.
possible. Yes, we also
Hindi
do
na kailangan
that.
paghirapan, instant.
Medyo
Yes.
may invasive pa rin talaga.
Invasive pa rin.
Pero, I heard that there's non-invasive for nose job naman. Meron ganon.
Meron din.
Effective ba yun?
It's still invasive, but again, it's non-surgical.
Non-surgical.
That's the word, non-surgical.
Okay, so effective ba yung non-surgical na
It's
nose
still
job?
effective, but not as effective as the surgical.
Parang the way I understand it, Doc, the surgical is permanent.
Permanent, yes.
The other one is
non-surgical
only
nose job.
for like 3 months to 1 year, parang
Yeah,
ganyan,
1
diba?
year, 2 years more or less.
Okay.
But again, yun nga, pag non-surgical, because you do damage dun sa area, there's scar formation, there's injury. So, pag nagpagawa ka ng surgical rhinoplasty, the result would be different from the one na nag-start ka sana nung virgin nose ka. Mas malambot yung balat
Mas
mo.
malambot. Kasi syempre, may ginalaw na onte, so titigas yung...
Yeah, so much better talaga yung wala kang pinag... Now, if meron na, we have certain procedures naman to do para mapalambot ulit siya. Meron pa rin.
So, Doc, meron bang certain age na hindi na pwedeng gawin yan or certain conditions ng tao para hindi mag-qualify dun sa mga services na ino-offer nyo?
Actually, more on sa ano tayo? Sa liposuction.
Okay.
Liposuction ang, I think liposuction and tummy tuck. Ito yung parang pinaka-major talaga namin na procedure. And the clearances na kakailanganin mo, medyo madami talaga. So, this is the part na talaga medyo marami titignan sa'yo. Unlike with the rhinoplasty, minor laboratories, okay? If you do not have certain medical conditions from the beginning, actually, you will pass na with you are a candidate na for rhinoplasty.
Oh, I understand.
But for liposuction, it's a different area. Ang dami mo nang kinoconsider, ang daming factors involved na.
But can you really tell someone kung yung isang tao na yun is enhanced? Would you really know? As a doctor?
Yeah.
Kunyari, unang kita mo pa lang, you would know.
Yeah. Sa personal.
Okay.
But in the TV, in the cellphone, with the advent of filters, medyo mahirap eh.
Okay.
Sino tingin mo sa mga celebrity, parang hindi halatang nagpagawa
Actually, madami.
ng ilong o mukha?
Sa ilong tayo. Sa
ilong,
breast,
for
madali. madali pag biglang madali sa breast eh. O ba't biglang lumaki ito? Malaki yan, di ba? So, sa nose, actually, sila Catherine Bernardo. Sila Maris Racal. I think they have enhancements, but I'm not sure. Unless I see them in person. Hindi halata eh.
Actually,
supernatural eh. And bagay sa face kasi.
Yeah.
It's the most important thing eh. Hindi to patangusan ng ilong eh. Pagandahan, papawian to
kung
eh.
ano yung fit sa mukha mo.
Fit sa mukha mo dapat.
Tsaka ano naman, ako parang nakikita, ako talaga opinion ko dyan, kung yun yung magpapasaya sa'yo, at kung mas magiging confident ka kapag magpaparitoke ka, then
Yes.
fuck it, di ba? I mean, pakialam nyo, di ba?
Yes.
So, andun tayo sa topic, guys, sa mukha. Diba? Like, kailangan babagay sa mukha, huwag kang mag-follow ng trend. How about naman, diba, mukha sa natin, sa katawan natin. How about sa breast naman? Like, gano'ng kalaki ba dapat?
Parang feeling ko yan, subjective na yun, bro.
Depende.
Gano'ng kalaki ba dapat? Di ko
sure eh. Actually, we measure it. I have a criteria naman na.
So there's a perfect size depende sa hulma ng katawan o like
actually, again,
what's the determination factor?
It depends on the goals of the patient eh. So if the patient comes to me and yung line of work niya is nandun sa side na medyo R18 ba?
Kaya mga Viva Max.
Yeah.
Okay.
So iba ang request nila.
Okay.
They would always go with the sexier side.
So which is the extra large one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So for example, I usually do with my patients, I give them the range nung after the measurements. So I give them the range. So for example, 250 to 350 cc. Ito yung bagay sa'yo. 250 to 350. 250 is the most demure na bagay pa rin sa'yo. 350 is the sexiest na bagay pa rin sa'yo. Maganda yung pinasay. May konti kang side boob, konting cleavage. Sexy pa rin, pero sakto sa body mo. Now, they would request, yun ang sinasabi ko, Dok, kasi gusto ko pang ganito ko, cosplayer ako.
Okay.
Ganun mga pasyente natin eh. So, they would request. They would really request. Then I would advise. As long as yung goals niya yung masusunod. Kasi if I pagpilit na ko yung gusto ko, end result, hindi siya happy. Happy, kumaga yung patient satisfaction yung hinahabol natin eh. It doesn't necessarily mean na mas malaki yung ginawa ko sa kanya, mas happy siya, or mas maliit, mas happy siya. Hindi ganun eh. Yung goal niya yung important sa akin.
Sa breast ba medyo masakit din siya? Like, same ba na recovery time sa face?
Almost
a week
same.
din? Ganun.
Almost same.
What you mentioned kanina, at least pwede mo takpan.
Yeah, nakatakip siya eh. Ito, sa breast mas madali than rhinoplasty.
Siguro kalala na bumili ng bagong damit. Kasi
mas lalaki.
pag malaki talaga, hindi na kasya yung damit nila.
Sa recovery ni breast, mas madali. Mas madali siya. Mukha lang siya mas nakakatakot. Pero it's actually easier than rhinoplasty. Rhinoplasty. Ito yung injury mo nasa center ng face. The sutures, yung nililinis mo nasa loob ng ilong. So, ang liit ng butas ng ilong mo eh. So, diyan mo susuksok yung cotton buds and all. Sa breast, nandito lang siya maliit. Or sa underarm, maliit lang yung hiwa doon. Maliit. So,
but Doc, kunyari parang kotse. Di ba pag ang kotse sinetapan mo, pwede mo ibalik sa original pag gusto mo eh.
Factory reset.
Factory reset. Diba? So, ang tanong ko, ang katawan ba ng tao may factory reset?
kung babalik pa siya dati.
Kunyari, let's say, itong dati kong katawan, kunyari 36, 24, 36.
Okay.
Pinagawa kong 38, 22,
Okay.
38. Pwede ko pa ba ibalik sa dati?
Pwede mong tanggalin yung implant, pero hindi siya babalik sa dati.
Kasi may sag skin na.
Sag skin na. Nabanat na siya eh. So, hindi mo na mababalik yun. You cannot put it back na ganun ka-perky before kasi na-stretch out na siya eh.
So you mean to say, if, let's say, I'm a girl, I decide to have an improvement or enhance in my body, dapat committed ako all in 100% dapat.
100% dapat.
Kasi kapag ka medyo nagkaroon ka na ng doubt dun sa ano mo at pinatanggal mo, might as well, i-keep mo na lang. Parang ganun, ano?
Keep mo or you can downsize.
Downsize,
yes. Kasi most of
Pwede rin pala yun.
Pwede downsize, downgrade.
Oo.
Downsize, pwede.
So meron ka rin pa, actually, meron akong kilala na kinuwento niya sa akin. Actually, hindi pa niya ginagawa. Pero sabi lang niya, my boobs is too big. I want to make it smaller. Sabi ko, lahat ng taong kilala ko gusto lumaki yung boobs eh. Bakit ikaw gusto mong palitin yung boobs mo? Ang kwento niya, mabigat daw. So parang, instead na nakikita yung talino niya or yung ganda niya, ang una nakikita yun daw agad. So paano yun? Pagka ini-improve niyo yun, Doc, binabawasan niyo yung fat sa loob, yung estrogen, paano ba yun? Educate us.
For the breast lifting or reduction, breast reduction, actually mas complicated siya. So we remove the skin and the fats dun sa loob. Plus reposition.
Mas matrabaho yun,
Mas
ano?
matrabaho.
Okay.
Mas matrabaho. Kaya ito, before we do the procedure, ini-educate ko talaga ng sobrang patient.
Kasi what's
Kasi,
gonna happen?
what's gonna happen? Kasi, medyo malaking procedure siya. The injury is big. The scarring is big. So, medyo marami siyang kailangan pag-isipang mabuti. Now, there are patients, ito yung sinabi mong bigat. There are patients na, kumbaga, nagkaanak naman na, nag-breastfeed na, way past that age naman na, dun sa factor na, ang habol na nila is to improve the quality of life. So, iba rin yun. So, dahil ang bigat, nagpapawis dito.
Siyempre, weight din yun, dala-dala mo.
So, they don't mind the scars.
Okay.
Doc, I just want it reduced. I just want it na mas lifted kasi nagpapawis dito, irritating. So, quality of life na yung target natin, okay na tayo doon.
Pero Doc, ang lalaki ba hindi nagpapa-enlarge?
Pwede.
Totoo nga, may ganun ba? May, sa Pilipinas natin, meron?
Meron.
May ino-offer niyo yun, Doc?
Yeah.
Oh, mga ka-whiskey, yung mga hindi pinagpala, alam nyo na, ha?
We have that.
Sa lalaki may penis enlargement.
Yes. The most common type is to improve yung girth.
But not longer.
Not longer.
Okay.
For the length kasi we have to cut something dun eh. Na lahaba siya pero medyo droopy siya.
Droopy. Okay.
So, pag in-explain mong ganun, atras
Atras siya.
Para siyang si Snuffleupagus.
Ganon. So,
Okay.
sa girth
Something na
meron,
bago to.
yes. For the girth there is.
Pero most common kasi women.
Yeah.
Women
nagkakaroon
talaga.
ng-
Yes.
Enlargement.
So sa breast, sabi mo kanina, breastfeeding, kumbaga they feel na medyo mabigat na for them. If ever ba, safe ba siya for breastfeeding moms? Pag papalaki ka, ganun.
Yeah, so for breast enhancement, breast augmentation in general, it's generally safe.
Kahit
Safe siya.
breastfeed ka.
Yeah. So for example, you're looking at having a child next year or 2 years after your breast augmentation. Okay? So parang ganun. It's safe pa rin. Magpo-produce ka pa rin ng milk. Safe dun sa baby mo. Wala siyang magiging effect.
Is it allowed during or no?
Sorry? Anong during?
During? Siyempre, ano ka di ba?
Anong during?
Hindi, pagka,
Sorry.
kumbaga, if you're pregnant, siyempre, hindi pwede.
Mag-breast
Yes.
augmentation?
Yes.
Hindi.
Hindi.
Oo, hindi.
Pagka pinanganak na,
Yes.
papadede mo, hindi din pwede.
Habang nagpapadede, hindi.
Okay, habang nagpapadede, hindi pwede.
Hindi pwede. So, before you be pregnant,
Pwede.
pwede.
After gano'ng katagal?
After you breastfeed, pwede. Immediate pwede. Sa akin naman kasi, if you're breastfeeding kasi you're producing milk, it is engorge eh. Medyo malaki siya. So sa akin, para hindi mo magkamali sa measurements mo, let it settle down.
Okay.
Pag medyo lumiit na siya, hindi na nagpaproduce ng milk, then we
So,
can.
kailangan talaga may constraint din.
Yes,
if you're planning to have a kid, di ba? Raising a family.
Yes.
Pero Bri, bago mo tanungin si Doc ng kanyang
Yes.
top 3 qualities, no? Ang gusto ko lang malaman, Doc, baka pwede mo i-discuss sa ating mga ka-low barkada and mga ka-whiskey. Ano yung mga risk na kailangan nilang tignan bago silang maging 100% sa mga gantong procedures? Kumbaga, ano ba yung mga ibang nagsisisi? Bakit ba sila nagsisisi? Ano ba yung mga criterias na dapat mong ituloy?
Okay.
Para, syempre, mabukasan natin yung worries.
Yes,
Like,
yes.
okay ba sa akin to? Di ba?
Okay. So dito, number 1 is research. It's very easy na ngayon talaga. So researching is very easy. Patients tend to look at good reviews.
Okay.
Okay, they look at good reviews, but they fail to look at bad reviews.
Yeah. Guilty!
Hindi nila tinitignan ang bad reviews. So itong doctor, sikat. Sikat, ang daming good reviews, etc. etc. Itong clinic, ang daming good reviews, etc. etc. But they failed to search for real patients na may bad reviews. Na sobrang dami. So, syempre, binablock lang naman nung page yun eh. They block it. The good reviews, very easy to create ng peke, di ba? So, but the bad reviews, hindi mo mapipeke yun.
Correct.
Di ba?
Yeah.
Hindi mo mapipeke yun. So, these are real life experiences from patients naman. So, you could ask directly dun sa mga nag-post naman din. So, it's easy to do your research.
To validate someone, ano?
Validate the doctor.
Yes, yes.
Look at the track record. Look at yung art niya. Very important din to sa amin. Kasi as cosmetic surgeons, you should understand that parang artist din yan eh. Parang artist din yan eh. So, if a certain artist ang ginagawa niya is parang siguro contemporary or something, then you would want na siya gumawa ng abstract painting mo. Hindi niya magagawa
Hindi niya
yun.
magagawa
Oo.
yan, yes.
So certain doctors do nose or breast na iba rin sa ginagawa ko or ginagawa ng iba. So they have to do check. Paano ba yung
Research
art
talaga.
niya? So minsan,
Na natural looking ba to?
Oo.
Or hindi conservative to? Medyo sagad gumawa to? Parang ganun.
so kunyari, may pumunta sa akin, gusto niya sobrang tangos na ilong, definitely, hindi ako yung doctor para sa kanya. Kasi I do not do that.
So yung natural look lang.
Natural look. Oo. So, magagalit siya sa akin. Kasi hinabol ko, facial harmony, gusto pala niya, matangos pa sa ilong ko. Diba? So, ano siya, hindi siya magja-jive. Hindi magmamatch yung end
energy
goal
niya.
namin. Oo. So, ganun
Kasi
siya.
your goal is facial harmony. talaga.
Yes. Oo. Ganun siya.
So Doc, tanungin ka namin. Ano ba ang top 3 qualities mo as a person? And maybe sa mo ginagamit yan in what you do?
Okay, top 3 qualities. Para ako na sa interview. Job interview ba na? Okay, sige. So, probably loyalty. I'm very loyal. Trustworthy.
Trustworthy.
And hardworking.
Hardworking. Okay, Doc. Doon sa tatlong quality na yon, tanong ko, meron na bang instance sa buhay mo na nagamit mo yung tatlo na yon? Pwede mo i-share lang.
Sa buhay ko? In general?
In general.
Maybe what you do, yeah.
Parang araw-araw ko ginagamit yun eh.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
Dala ko siya lagi eh. Dala ko siya lagi. Yes.
So, ibig sabihin, with work, loyalty.
Yes.
Loyalty rin sa ano mo. Tapos, ano yung isa, hardworking. Siyempre,
Yes.
kita naman, Dr.
Trabaho.
Matic. Hardworking
Yes.
talaga yan. And then the
Yes,
other
sir.
one is
Trustworthy.
trustworthy. Of course. Is that. Galing, Doc. Galing. I love that. Kwentong mental health. So, ikaw, kamusta ang mental health mo?
Ito na segment na where we ask you from our lifeguards a certain question.
Untold, salamat ha.
Yes, this is Untold's in partnership with Life Over Whiskey. Available ba Shopee, TikTok, and Lazada?
Promote muna.
Ay, so pili ka ng question.
Okay.
So may question siya, read it out loud. Okay, tapos shot ka muna before answer.
Pwedeng pa refill ako.
Sige,
Oh, yeah?
sige. Habang basahin
Yan
mo.
ang gusto ko kay Doc.
Gusto
Hindi,
ko palaban.
Shot mo no.
Ayan.
Okay, read it
Ano
out.
sabi?
Doc, ha?
Ano ang isang bagay na sorry. Ano ang Tagalog eh.
Okay.
Ano ang isang bagay na sa tingin mo ay dapat gawin at maranasan natin sa ating buhay kahit isang beses lang?
Uy, parang relate sa ano natin. Topic natin
Okay, maranasan.
What's that one thing na gusto mo, natingin mo, dapat maranasan ng bawat tao?
Pwede naman general yan.
Yeah,
General.
yes,
Sige.
yes.
So shot
Once in
muna
life.
ako, no?
Yeah.
Shot mo na.
Shot muna, okay. Charles and James.
Yeah.
Smooth Okay, so I think in general failure.
Why?
At least once in
Otherwise.
in our
Actually,
life.
hindi nga once lang eh. Pero kasi majority ng people talaga takot pag-fail eh. Majority, they are afraid to fail. Gusto natin lahat perfect. Gusto natin lahat planado. Naho-hold tayo mag-start eh. Because we're looking at dapat perfect to. Kaka-perfect mo, you're afraid to fail na.
Yeah.
Turns out, di mo na magagawa.
Or
Life
may
has
nauna
passed you
ng
by.
iba.
Pwede. Naunahan ka na.
The worst. Sabi ko parang life passed you by. Pero iba yung may nauna sa'yo, di ba?
Kaya nga, sabi nga ni isang brand, just do it.
Sponsor. Pero Charles and James.
Diba?
Gusto ko yan.
Pero, Doc, curious lang ako. Ano ang mababahagi mo o mapapayo mo sa ating mga ka-whiskey at mga ka-low-barkada?
With regards to
I mean,
life
like,
in general.
life in general and also
sa
even
cosmetics.
cosmetic also. Both.
Okay, sige. Sa akin, what I can advise is do what makes you happy. And fuck the rest.
I agree. I agree.
Kasi marami kang maririnig talaga na mga opinions ng ibang tao eh. So they would really hold you back, they would hold your happiness back, and malulungkot ka lang. Yeah. You would live life miserably if you consider all other people's opinions eh. Block them out, do what you like, do what you want to do as long as it is within the bounds of the law. Pagka maging contractor. Hindi mo kaya.
Controversial talaga.
Kasi ipapunta na traffic ako eh.
Ako, Bri, can I give my takeaway?
Yes, go ahead, Direk.
Ako, alam mo, may natutunan ako eh. Di ba usually parang naririnig natin to sa social media or sa mga ibang tao na minsan huwag kang makinig sa magulang mo. Dapat sundin mo kung ano yung nasa puso mo. Sinasabi yan. Naririnig ko yan palagi or nakikita ko yan sa ibang post. But you know what I've learned today? Maganda pala yung nakikinig ka talaga sa magulang mo. Hindi lang lagi yung gut feel mo. Kasi minsan yung gut feel mo mali eh. Yun pala, tingnan mo kung gaano gumanda ang buhay ni Doc. Diba? Because sinunod niya yung gusto ng magulang niya. Which sabi nga nila, diba? Alam ng magulang ko ano yung best para sa atin. So that is one of the thing na talagang nag-sink in sa utak ko ngayon na talagang alam pala talaga na mas nakakatanda kung ano yung mapapabuti para sa mga anak nila. Diba? And number 2, agree ako with him eh. Fuck everybody. Kung ano yung gusto mo, ano magpapasaya sa sarili mo, yun na sundin mo. Huwag mo intindihin sasabihin na iba. How about you?
I guess there's a point talaga that we listen lalo na sa mga in our formative years. Kasi yan yung huhulma kung sino tayo ngayon eh. Pero dating kasi sa point na you've already developed your worldview, so to speak, and how you want to live your life. That's the time na huwag ka na makinig. That's the time na, for example, yung mga peers na bulakbol pa rin ang gusto, pero ikaw gusto mo na different path. Huwag mo na sila pakinggan. And when it comes to seeking, pagandahin, whatever it is na binigyan sa atin ng Panginoon, I know for some people, it might be controversial na parang, huwag mo gawin yan kasi that's the likeness, the image of God. Pero at some point, hindi ko maiwasan to feel that humanity na kung gusto talaga ng tao na yun, papasaya sa kanya, why not give it to that person? Baka nung pagkakait sa kanya yun.
Yeah.
Diba? So,
free
I think
will.
that's for me, the free will. It's supposed to be our choice talaga. So, yeah. So, Doc, saan ka ba nila makikita before natin i-wrap up ang ating episode? Where can they find you? Socials that you wanna promote as well?
Okay, so actually I'm available talaga. I'm available.
Yari ka dyan. Pag available ka.
Masaksak ako dito. Sige, so you can find me on all social media platforms naman. So Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Okay, Dr. Light Momani. Okay, so I think if a-flash yun naman siguro yan. Kasi mahirap spelling ng pangalan ko. Yep. And then Light MD Aesthetics for the clinic and Valeria Doctors, Premium Medical and Dental Aesthetics.
Nice.
Yes. And I believe you have a new founded Sumo Biotech.
Yeah.
And so, LPV Sumo Resorts and Venues.
Yeah. So with that, it's still a work in progress. Yeah, yes. So surprise na lang yan. I don't know if i-discuss ni
mamaya. But thank you so much for being part of this show, this episode. Sana marami po kayong napulot dito sa usapan namin. And always stay pogs.
And usually pag naka-whiskey ka,
mas open ka. Lalo na kung
Charles and James.
Yes, thank you, Doc.
Thank you so much.
Podcast na naman with Gerald at Brian. Aral lang pulutan sa inuman at kwentuhan. Pinagsamang veterano, parehong talentado. Ihanda ang may katbaso sa lames at intablado.
Big Eyes Production.